To kick off our ceremony and welcome you, the Steinhardt Singers will perform a tribute to New York City and the class of 2024.
Shoes are longing to stray and step around the heart of it, New York, New York.
I want to wake up in the city that doesn't sleep and find I'm king of the hill, top of the heap. My little town blues are melting away. I'll make a brand new start of it in old New York. If I can make it there, I'll make it anywhere. It's up to you, New York, New York. Ba 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 da da ba 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 da da ba 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 da da da. New York, New York. I want to wake up in the city that doesn't sleep, to find I'm king of the hill, head of the list, cream of the crop at the top of the heap. My little town blues are melting away. I'll make a brand new start of it in old New York. If I can make it there, I'll make it anywhere. Come on, come through, New York, New
Graduates, families, friends, please take your seats. And remember that access to the field is strictly prohibited at all times. Thank you. In a few moments, the procession will enter the stadium. Please welcome members of the New York University faculty. Please welcome representatives of the Administrative Management Council, Student Government Assembly, 1831 Fund, and Senior Class Activities Board, carrying the university colors and leading the 191st Commencement Platform Party into the stadium. Fellow Violets, please give a hearty welcome to members of the New York University Alumni Association and to members of our 50th anniversary class who join us today to celebrate this year's graduates. Please welcome New York University's 2024 school banner bearers, deans, and class representatives, marching in founding order. College of Arts and Science. School of Law. Grossman School of Medicine. Tandon School of Engineering. College of Dentistry. Graduate School of Arts and Science. Steinhardt School of Culture, Education, and Human Development. Leonard N. Stern School of Business. Rory Myers College of Nursing. School of Professional Studies. Robert F. Wagner Graduate School of Public Service. Silver School of Social Work. Tisch School of the Arts. Gallatin School of Individualized Study. Liberal Studies. NYU Abu Dhabi. NYU Shanghai. School of Global Public Health. Grossman Long Island School of Medicine. Now entering the stadium are university leadership and honorary degree recipients, led by our Chief Marshal and University Torchbearer.
It's like a ramp going. Let me know if you can't find it.
Esteemed guests, the interim provost of New York University, Georgina Del Pico.
Here now, in the presence of candidates for academic recognition, members of the faculty and administration, alumni, trustees, honored guests, and friends, New York University's 191st commencement is hereby convened.
Please join us for a moment of reflection with a message from Joy Harjo, 23rd Poet Laureate of the United States.
Hence J, graduates, families of graduates, mentors, and teachers. I speak to you from the Muskogee Creek Nation Reservation. I am here to acknowledge the land on which we are gathered for this honoring. The indigenous peoples are the original keepers of these lands. We understand that we are an intricate part of a dynamic system in which we humans are not the focal point, even as we are necessary for the well-being of Earth. The original keepers of the land in the New York City area are the Lenape people, also known as the Delaware. The perceived purchase of the island took place in 1626 under a tulip tree in Inwood Park. There was no concept for selling land with the Lenape. How can you sell your mother? I imagine that the Lenape thought the gifts shared were in exchange for allowing Peter Minuit's Dutch island colony people to rest there. In 1933, Lenape descendants appeared in New York City Hall and asked for land to establish a reservation in Inwood Park. They were denied. That same year, the tulip tree was felled by a storm. Earth, or Ijana Jaga, is a generous person. To know Earth as a person changes the relationship. Our connection to the land shapes our being, our languages, and determines who we are becoming. Each of us is essentially a keeper of these lands that bring forth everything we need to exist here, even the inspiration we need to keep moving in a manner that returns fresh beauty and regeneration. We are essentially Earth herself. We feed the land with our gratitude, which might take the form of stories, songs, or any of the many creations that come forth as we take care of our gifts. We are all part of an immense story field that is transforming and ever-changing. The Lenape are still here in New York City. They also live not far from where I am standing. They are still active participants in the care and story of these lands. As you go forth, with your generation, your family, your community, your individual spirit, remember that your words and actions will determine the well-being of each other, of Earth. Remember that wherever you go, wherever you return to as home, you are a prayer that has been sent to care for the land. Remember, you are all people, and all people are you. Ahoziga, agat lejabas, estame, estome, estafulaget, Esta humgoset omes. Remember, you are this universe, and this universe is you. Ehozigat agat lejabas, Inhada cheska tate, iganat omichkas, mon, inaha cheska tate, iganatos. May you always walk in harmony with the earth.
And now, please rise for the national anthem led by Emily Patt, who receives a Bachelor of Arts today from the Tisch School of the Arts.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets spread glare, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Distinguished guests, Chair of the Board of Trustees, Evan R. Chesler.
Hello, class of 2024. As the chair of NYU's Board of Trustees, and as a proud two-time alumnus and scholarship recipient of NYU, it is my privilege to welcome you, along with your families and friends, to Yankee Stadium. I also want to welcome members of the class of 1974 who return today for their 50th reunion. As well as NYU Alumni Association members and university guests. We have with us today our extraordinary honorary degree recipients, remarkable leaders who have forged transformative paths in science, law, and democracy. I have been thinking today of my own time as a student here so many years ago. I was a history major in the College of Arts and Science. I remember the classes that opened my eyes to the world around us. Professors who taught me to think critically and to ask big questions. Classmates from different places who taught me to embrace difference. All of those experiences prepared me for a life that took me to places, to do things, and to meet people I would not otherwise have seen, done, or met without my NYU education. And so today, we celebrate you, the class of 2024. As you prepare to go places, to meet people, and to do things that your NYU education has prepared you for. You have completed rigorous courses of study at a leading global research university. As you take pride in your achievements and enjoy today's well-deserved celebration, I urge you to reflect on your own moments of discovery and connection during your time at NYU, moments that will stay with you wherever you go. You carry with you the pride of the trustees, of the faculty, of your fellow classmates, and the entire university. And I am sure you carry the pride of your families, without whose help you would not have arrived at this moment. Today, you will join the ranks of more than 650,000 alumni around the world. As you embark on your journey, remember us. Remember your time here. I know from experience that it will matter to you as you use the education you have received and make your contribution to the world. Congratulations to the class of 2024.
We now present a video tribute to the class of 2024, featuring graduating students from each of our schools.
I'm graduating from Stern School of Business.
And I'm graduating from Tisch School of the Arts.
I'm graduating from the College of Arts and Science.
I'm graduating from the School of Law.
And I'm graduating from the Gallatin School of Individualized Study.
And I'm graduating from Liberal Studies.
I'm graduating from Silver School of Social Work.
And I'm graduating from the School of Professional Studies.
And I'm graduating from Tandon School of Engineering.
I'm graduating from the College of Dentistry.
And I'm graduating from the Wagner Graduate School of Public Service.
And I'm graduating from Myers College of Nursing.
I'm graduating from Steinhardt School of Culture, Education, and Human Development.
I'm graduating from the Graduate School of Arts and Science.
And I'm graduating from the NYU Grossman School of Medicine.
I am graduating from the School of Global Public Health.
I'm graduating from the NYU Grossman Long Island School of Medicine.
And I'm graduating from NYU Abu Dhabi.
And I'm graduating from NYU Shanghai.
Being an NYU student has introduced me to a community that really means so much to me. I could not explain it. I knew I wanted to go to school in New York. What I didn't know I was going to get was a group of friends that truly has transformed what life in the city looks like for me.
Just the opportunity and accessibility to New York City, the clubs, the professors, literally everybody. That's the best part about NYU.
The stereotypes about New Yorkers being cold and unfriendly does not ring true for the NYU community.
It's also expanded my network because I'm able to reach out to more people. I'm able to ask questions and get answers. I'm just able to get help when I really need it.
Going into medical school was something I was very nervous about, but knowing that I had so many people who were supportive of me made a world of difference.
People at NYU look out for each other, both students and alumni, and I know that going forward I can always find an NYU student somewhere, an NYU alum somewhere, and they'll be always willing to support me.
I
do love living in New York City because there's so many different experiences and cultures and people that you meet here.
NYU allowed me to grow and understand how I have a place in this world to create impact and where I can leverage my knowledge.
I've become more of myself. I feel like I can be an authentic person just the way I am.
It just gave me that hands-on experience and real-world learning opportunities that have led me to become confident and excited to move on to my next opportunity.
I used to think it was more about the destination, and then I used to think it was more about the journey, and I think now it's a lot about the company.
I feel as though being a part of this academic institution in such a vibrant, electric city is something so unique, and I feel as though I wouldn't have been able to have this experience anywhere else.
The skyscrapers, especially at night, it feels like you are at the center of the world.
I like to go to Citi Field and see a bunch of Mets games. Let's go Mets. We can't talk, we just won one game.
You get the best New York moment whenever you are picnicking in Central Park with your friends by the cherry blossoms when they're blooming.
What's so unique about being educated in New York is that education doesn't stop outside of the classroom. Every part of your day, there's some type of education no matter where you go in New York City, and I think that's a super unique part about being an NYU student.
The best thing about being an NYU student is getting to learn from amazing professors.
I genuinely believe that we have the best professors in the world right here on our campus.
The staff at NYU, including the teachers and those at the front desks, the custodians, they've all been integral to my time here at NYU.
They've been so supportive, and I don't know that I would be the same place where I am without them in my life.
My first year remote was very surreal and unexpected.
My first year actually was online. I was in Mumbai at the time. I had to stay up all night to attend classes.
The silver lining had to have been that everyone was really open and really eager to make community.
The empowerment of human resilience, I think it's kind of amazing.
Despite the pandemic and despite all the Zoom classes, I found all of my best friends here at NYU.
Wherever I am in the world, I feel confident to be supported by my NYU fellows.
I studied abroad in Paris, and I had an incredible time immersing myself into an entirely new culture.
NYU Florence is beautiful, mainly because of the campus. I think it is probably the most beautiful place on planet Earth.
My time in the Dominican Republic was really humbling. I was able to provide dental care to a community of children that needed it most.
I was fortunate enough to travel to NYU Abu Dhabi, and just seeing how NYU is at the intersection of so many different places made me really edified to know that education is this process where we expand outside of ourselves.
I think there's a connection that you have with someone when you go to NYU and you realize that you experienced the same 4 years, finding your way through New York City. I feel super honored to be able to be a part of that group.
It feels surreal. I never thought that I could actually be in this position because it's all I've ever wanted my whole life. I feel like I can approach any opportunity a lot stronger than I thought I could.
NYU really set us up for success, so we can do anything.
I feel really accomplished, really good.
I'm super excited to get to be a part of the NYU alumni. I'm about to be an alum.
We made it through. We've gotten through this difficult journey of online school to in-person, and finally we do have a commencement and we're in Yankee Stadium, so congratulations to the class of 2024.
To my fellow graduates, thank you all for investing in each other and our community so much.
I want to thank the people at my school, from faculty, staff, custodians, and security guards, to my friends who are graduating with me today, and of course, my family.
I appreciate you so much.
I just want to say I really appreciate all of you that have been in my journey of this 4-year of NYU Shanghai experience.
Thank you for making me hope.
Be the change that we want to see in the world.
And I encourage you all to be change makers in your respective fields and really make a difference.
Make sure to celebrate with your friends, families, and classmates.
It was long, it was hard, but we're finally here and we did it.
Congratulations!
Congratulations!
We did it.
Congratulations, we did it!
Felicitaciones a todos.
Enhorabuena, lo hemos conseguido.
Congratulations!
Norhavor! Class of 2024. Mabruk, خلصنا, congratulations, we did it! 祝大家2024毕业快乐!
Congratulations, class of 2024.
please welcome Samuel Fung, who receives a Bachelor of Arts today from the Gallatin School of Individualized Study, and who will now address his fellow graduates.
Good morning, esteemed faculty, honored guests, families, and of course, the class of 2024. My name's Samuel. Let me introduce myself. You see, every year, NYU picks a student speaker, someone remarkable, accomplished, a true exemplar of success. That's why it's my honor to stand here today. Because I am nothing like that. I can't. That's really let me paint you a picture. You see, in my junior year, I interned at an architecture model shop where I fabricated parts, and I would bring them to my supervisor, and he would look at them, and he would say, "Not good enough. Do it again." So I'd put it aside and do it again. Make the part, get rejected, do it again. Do it again, do it again, and again, and again, until by the end of the semester, I had created this massive pile of rejects, a monumental declaration that I was grossly incompetent. That internship is my proudest moment at NYU. Not because it's my greatest accomplishment, I mean, I'm here, right? But because it perfectly captures what I learned at Gallatin, that no matter how much you know, you can always learn more from others. Gallatin is NYU's interdisciplinary school, a mysterious little corner of the university where students design their own courses of study. And that's why most of you know a Gallatin student, but none of you have any idea what they're actually studying. But that's okay, we usually don't either. At Gallatin, we believe that to fully engage with our infinitely complex world requires equally complex approaches that draw from the wisdom of people from every background. For example, I study how people learn through play, exploring education using the tools of psychology and game design and art therapy and improvisational performance and architecture and even more. And if you're wondering, how can one person be good at so many things all in 4 years? Well, here's the secret. You can't. It's, sorry. We're all human. We are, by nature, limited. Can I tell you a secret? Even though I feel incredibly honored and blessed to be standing here today, I didn't want to do it. I mean, I am terrified that I'm not good enough for this. That no matter how hard I try, this speech is going to miss the mark. I mean, what could I possibly offer to 30,000 people? What impact could I have? I've been asking myself that question a lot lately. What impact can I have? Globally, we are facing climate change, systemic socioeconomic inequalities, and of course, the devastating humanitarian crises emerging out of military conflicts. In Ukraine, Palestine, Israel, but also in places that many of us aren't talking about. Yemen, Sudan, Myanmar, the list goes on. These problems, they are staggering, infuriating, and overwhelming. And I'm so tempted to say, I'm not good enough to handle this. Nothing I do will matter. But then I remember that internship. On my last day, my boss handed me a $200 bonus, and I was shocked. I mean, I asked him, why? I was terrible. And he looked at me and he said, when we started, we were bad at it too. Keep trying, you'll learn. I am indebted to the countless people who, just like him, saw my many limitations and didn't reject me, but instead chose to journey with me. People who, regardless of if they agreed with me, would sit and listen to my, frankly, insane rambling as I tried to just figure out what to do, and would share their perspectives, their criticisms, so that we could think and learn together. It is the brilliant diversity that I see here today. 30,000 unique perspectives and voices that gives me hope that we can build a better tomorrow. Because individually, we are too limited to handle the world's problems. But if we can learn from one another, then we have unlimited potential. So even if we feel insufficient, we have to be brave and vulnerable in sharing our thoughts with one another. And even if we don't agree with someone, we have to be humble in listening and responding to them. Every person here, not just the students, every single one of us has to work together to forge an environment, a culture where people are safe to share and willing to listen. Class of 2020-24, congratulations. We have made it through some crazy times, and I know that we can make it through even more. So let's surpass our limitations, and let's learn how to build a better world together.
Those who are about to receive honorary degrees will now be presented. Interim Provost Georgina Dopico will call upon distinguished members of the university faculty to present the honorary degree candidates.
President Mills, I would like to introduce Elizabeth King, Vice Dean for Faculty Affairs and Professor of International Education and Politics, Steinhardt School of Culture, Education, and Human Development, who will present the candidate for Doctor of Humane Letters. Will Trustee Kamel Arroyo please escort the candidate to the lectern?
Wided Bushamawi, first woman lead of the Tunisian Confederation of Industry, Trade, and Handicrafts, co-founder of the Nobel Peace Prize-winning Tunisian National Dialogue Quartet, Global Peace Envoy, and Professor of Practice of Diplomacy and Conflict Resolution at NYU Abu Dhabi. You are justly renowned for bringing dialogue, development, and pluralistic democracy. Recognized as one of Africa's top businesswomen, you have demonstrated that a flourishing economy is inseparable from the stability, security, progress, and hope that peace brings to individuals and society more broadly. Your skill as a mediator brought together disparate and often deeply divided groups. Your sweeping impact across many areas of life, including business and politics, to name a few, offers a remarkable example to our students and many others that strife and violence need not prevail against virtuous leaders, shared values, and civil discourse. Since receiving the Nobel Peace Prize in 2015, your colleagues in the quartet, you continue to serve as a beacon for the values of dialogue, aware that lasting peace is a work in progress.
Widad Bushamawi, path-breaking business leader, negotiator, and role model, global advocate for peace and democracy, and sought-after educator. Your conviction that human beings are capable of reconciliation is a stirring inspiration. By virtue of the authority vested in me, I am pleased to confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa. I would like to introduce Robert I. Grossman, CEO and Executive Vice President, NYU Langone Health, Dean and Professor of Radiology, Neurology, Neurosurgery, Neuroscience and Physiology, Grossman School of Medicine, who will present the candidate for Doctor of Science. Will Trustee Chandrika Tandon please escort the candidate to the lectern?
Catalin Carrico, biochemist and researcher, professor at the University of Szeged and adjunct professor of neurosurgery at the University of Pennsylvania. Your breakthroughs in messenger RNA technology enabled the development of effective vaccines against COVID-19. Indeed, your research and collaboration with Dr. Drew Weissman was the key to unlocking our world amid the pandemic, earning both of you the 2023 Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine. Your life as a scientist is remarkable, not only for those brilliant discoveries, but also for your perseverance against discouragement and doubt. Nevertheless, you are undeterred, working for more than 15 years on a way to modify mRNA so that it could trigger an immune response to fight disease. An immigrant to the United States, you have brought tremendous pride to this country, to Hungary, where you were born, and to scientists worldwide. You are an exemplar of the pursuit of knowledge against skepticism, demonstrating in your career that qualities we wish to see in our graduates: collaboration, perseverance, creativity, and global impact.
Katalin Kariko, groundbreaking scientist whose contributions saved millions of lives across the globe. You have been creative and determined, working against all odds toward a transformative invention that led to the COVID-19 vaccines and benefited humanity. By virtue of the authority vested in me, I am pleased to confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Science, honoris causa.
I would like to introduce Troy A. McKenzie, Dean, and Cecilia Getz, Professor of Law, School of Law, who will present the candidate for Doctor of Law. Will Trustee Damaris Hernandez please escort the candidate to the lectern?
Martha Minow, 300th anniversary university professor at Harvard University, Dean of Harvard Law School from 2009 to 2017, and Chair of the MacArthur Foundation's Board of Directors. You have elucidated the relationship between law and a more just society by writing, teaching, and working across a range of timely and timeless subjects, including the Constitution and freedom of speech, vengeance and forgiveness, coexistence and equality, procedural fairness and justice. A legendary professor for more than 4 decades, you are set apart in the Academy by your unwavering dedication to guiding the next generation of leaders. As a revered human rights scholar, you have been a faithful advocate for groups across the spectrum, for women, for children, for religious minorities, for refugees, for people with disabilities, to name just a few. Inclusive and incisive, you illuminate for us a path forward when constitutional rights are in conflict, and when conflict threatens to further divide us. Your body of work reminds us that to live together, the dignity of all people, even those with whom we vehemently disagree, must be paramount.
Martha Minow, you are renowned as a scholar and beloved as a mentor by leaders such as U.S. President Barack Obama and yours truly. In your teaching, writing, and civic leadership, you demonstrate legal brilliance, empathic listening as a tool for justice, and the role of law in bringing us closer to democratic ideals. By virtue of the authority vested in me, I am pleased to confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa. Let's make sure. I am pleased to introduce Martha Minow, who will respond on behalf of the honorary degree recipients.
Chair Chesler, all the trustees, Madam President, faculty, administrators, staff, parents, siblings, friends and partners, and graduates of the class of 2024. I congratulate you all, including my fellow distinguished honorands, and I give thanks to that I too am Violet. During my first week of college, my dorm neighbor hung a poster with Henry David Thoreau's statement, "If a man does not keep pace with his companions, perhaps it is because he hears a different drummer." And I looked at it and I thought, that's right. But then on the other wall, the other roommate posted a poster that said, "No man is an island." And I thought, that's right too. Both good insights, but at odds with one another. Celebrate distinctive individualism, or recognize that all humans are joined together. Today, some people say, work against injustice. As Archbishop Desmond Tutu of South Africa once explained, if you are neutral in situations of injustice, you have chosen the side of the oppressor. But others stress equally importantly, don't demonize your adversaries. United States Congressman Steve Scalise with whom I disagree on more policies than I can count, nonetheless powerfully made the point. When everybody goes in their separate corners, it's just easy to demonize the other side instead of saying, okay, how can we come together and figure out how to get done what's important. Work against injustice. Don't demonize your adversaries. Can both views be right? For me, F. Scott Fitzgerald's observation helps. He said, the test of a first-rate intelligence is the ability to hold two opposing ideas in mind at the same time and still be able to function. Also, the touchstone for me comes from Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Dr. King had organized a peaceful civil rights protest against racial injustice after being told that his group would never be granted a permit. Without notice or participation with King, the city officials got a court order banning the march. Dr. King and 7 other ministers were arrested. They were placed in jail. And then 8 white Christian clergymen who opposed the civil rights protest issued a call for patience. Dr. King wrote his letter from a Birmingham jail while locked up in the era of lynching in Birmingham, Alabama. And he wrote, "Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. We are caught in an inescapable network of mutuality, tied in a single garment of destiny. Whatever affects one directly affects all indirectly." This statement endures because it makes palpable how justice is and must be about recognizing that all of us are interconnected, despite patterns of social division and separation. Inequality enchains people in hierarchies not of their making, entrenching advantage and disadvantage. Dr. King praised the nonviolent demonstrators for their sublime courage, their willingness to suffer, and their amazing discipline in the midst of great provocation. One day, he said, the South will recognize its real heroes. And so it seemed. But in the past few years, in the United States, 44 states are debating laws restricting instruction in schools or by employers about race or civil rights history. The laws have been adopted in 18 states, and they ban instruction that may make some people feel that they bear personal responsibility for historic wrongdoing because of their race, gender, or national origin. Court challenges are underway to protect freedom of speech and information, but struggles against inequality and injustice risk erasure. Today, here are people graduating from 116 countries and independent provinces. You all know that this struggle about history and what to remember exists across the world. In the United States, in 2024, the belief that we are divided is one of the few things that Americans currently have in common. Half of Americans say they report a country composed primarily of people rooted in Western Europe, and the other half disagree. Tensions in many countries reveal divisions, distrust, and unscrupulous leaders and social media algorithms amplify outrage. We draw distinctions. Apparently, it's deeply ingrained in being human. Did you know that the world is divided between two groups? Those who think there are two groups and those who do not? Seriously, the definition of us and them reflects arguments and fears, not immutable realities. Ideas about race, gender, religion, these ideas about disability, ethnicity, reflect fears, not reality. But beliefs resist facts. People categorize others as less so that they can feel like more. So with the inevitable disagreements, is civility, respect possible? Can those who disagree listen? It's very hard to listen when our identities are implicated. Then it's all seems to be about survival. We put up barriers when we feel threatened. It is difficult, if not impossible, to see anything we share, much less to accord the kind of respect that makes the world safer for everyone. But sometimes, even those who disagree, we can persuade one another. David Singleton, who directed the Ohio Justice and Policy Center, told me that when he moved to Ohio, he picked out his opponents, and to his surprise, they became his allies. Today's adversary can become an ally another day, and history shows that it is coalitions across many kinds of difference that have been at the center of successful movements for civil rights, labor rights, environmental protection, human rights. Prospects for that possibility dim when disagreement leads to banishment. And that's the problem with demonizing others. It strips away the humanity and threatens to unleash the darkest aspects of human nature. So said human rights activist Salil Shetty. Even when motivated by righteousness against injustice, demonizing others opens passions that can destroy and shame, spurring new rounds of violence. I know I have to work at it every day, and not just because I drive in Boston. My hope is that we can learn from patterns of division and polarization, anticipate backlash. Cultural creativity helps. I look at NYU professor Brian Stevenson and his Equal Justice Initiative team. They built the National Memorial for Peace and Justice Museum and Sculpture Park in Montgomery, Alabama, where people come from all over the world. How can we assemble durable activities to advance justice and strengthen fair and peaceful dealing despite ongoing disagreements? By durable, I don't mean unchanging, but addressing what is unfair while anticipating despair, conflict, and our human frailties. Okay, I have a confession. I'm a fan of Star Trek. I'm a Trekkie. The science fiction saga that grew from a small audience cult television show to a global media franchise. Trekkies, show yourselves. It tells of 23rd and 24th century space travelers in allegories of contemporary dilemmas. In one episode, competing groups race across planets to find scattered pieces of a prized relic from a prior civilization. A team from different societies collaborates and finds the first piece, then the second, and finally a third. But suddenly, one member of the team puts the pieces together and turns on the others and announces that the pieces, once assembled, make a powerful weapon. Our hero, Captain Picard, who is conveniently also an archaeologist, orders his crew to drop their weapons and clear their minds of aggressive thoughts. He explains that he was able to read the symbols on the device and discerned that it amplifies anger, but peace defeats its power. Tamping down even understandable fury is key to building enough peace to proceed with the work of building justice and better days. Now look, what I have said today may madden everyone here. And if so, that could be a way to come together. I'm still trying to talk myself down from the demonizing ledge where I landed when writing a brief recently. Perhaps we can all agree that the past is written, the future is left for us to write, one way or the other. Let's do it not by amplifying hate, but by remembering how we each are uniquely of value and we are each part of one another. Thank you and congratulations, class of 2024.
Please welcome the cast of the reality show NYU, performing their original composition for the class of 2024.
This could be the moment if we only let it. The experiences, the memories, don't let me forget it. We're gonna keep on learning. We're gonna keep on changing. Our lives will keep on rearranging. I'm not yet who I'm gonna be. Looking for the light. Follow the signs. We'll take our time. Living out the journey. So much ahead of you and me. Can't you feel it happening? Feel the hope in what could be. Feel the hope in what could be. Right now is all we need. All we need. All we need. Oh, feel it happening. We can find solutions to the biggest problems. This energy, collective energy, we'll work until we solve them. We're gonna keep on asking. We're gonna keep on grasping. So we can build something lasting. We're not yet who we're gonna be. So much ahead of you and me. Can't you feel it happening? Feel the hope in what could be. Feel the hope in what could be. Right now it's all we need. All we need. All we need. Oh, feel it happening. This could be the moment if we only let it. Oh, feel it happening. This could be the moment if we only let it. Oh, feel it happening. This could be the moment if we only let it. This could be the moment if we only let it. This could be the moment if we only let it.
Distinguished guests, the president of New York University, Linda G. Mills.
I've heard it said that people come into our lives for a reason, bringing something we must learn. And we are led to those who help us most to grow if we let them and we help them in return. Well, I don't know if I believe that's true, but I know I'm who I am today because I knew you. These are the poignant words of Glinda, a witch in the Broadway musical Wicked. At its heart, the play is about two formidable forces, two witches at odds who ultimately reunite, appreciating that each offers the other something to learn. NYU alumni have had a significant hand in this global phenomenon with a producer, costume designer, writer, casting director, and the actress Idina Menzel, all having called NYU home. But first, I'd like to focus on Glinda's poetic wisdom. There are those who come into our lives bringing, as she says, something we must learn. I have found that the strongest bonds of friendship grow out of the long road traveled between two people. Our differences make our connections ever more memorable. Let's try a thought experiment. Think of someone from whom you might normally shy away or with whom you might not usually agree. What would it look like for you to commit to opening your heart to them with all the uncertainty that is sure to follow? What would it look like to stretch and to bridge, to learn from those who you might otherwise judge, even reject? Today, as we face a world of war and polarization, this is as important as ever. The enduring desire to be open to those most unlike us. And this is the lesson of Wicked. It is also a lesson I learned some 40-odd years ago as a young lawyer. I was working in California helping those who had been denied their Social Security disability benefits. My client, Versi, was about twice my age when I first met her. She had little in the way of formal education and had worked as a nurse's aide for much of her adult life. She had applied for disability benefits because of a back injury that prevented her from lifting patients. We met because she needed a lawyer to help her win an appeal. At first, we spoke professionally, attorney to client. For much of the hour, we focused on one thing, the injury that rendered her unable to work. But near the end of the conversation, I decided to take a risk. I asked her how she was doing. Really, how are you doing? I needed to reach across our differences of age, of race, of education, and all that seemed to separate us. What transpired surprised me. A deeply personal revelation. She said she was profoundly depressed. Ultimately, her vulnerability allowed us both to win her case and enlist her family to support her. That taught me an enduring lesson. The value of inquiring not only about the obvious, but what is concealed. The importance of stepping outside of our roles. As we appreciate the work of our 3 honorary degree candidates who hail from 3 distinct disciplines, business, science, and law, from 3 unique countries, Tunisia, Hungary, and the United States, we can see how each is committed to transforming millions of lives through their peace efforts and research discoveries. Together, they are doing the unrelenting work required to create a better planet. In their differences, they uncover novel ways of thinking making the connections we all so desperately need to build. You have much to be proud of today. Class of 2024, faculty and staff, trustees, family, and friends, it is my great honor and joy to be with you on this occasion as we celebrate here at Yankee Stadium and with those joining via live stream this significant chapter in our students' lives. I commend all that you have accomplished. I'd like to offer one more thought experience. Conjure in your mind someone in your life who changed you for good. Perhaps this is someone who said something in class that made you reflect anew, or perhaps it was someone who you have admired from afar. Perhaps it's someone who had the guts to say something you wish you would have said, or someone with whom you passionately disagree, but know that you both meant well. Who has most pulled you from what you think you know to what you need to learn? In the words of Glinda the Witch, so let me say before we part, so much of me is made of what I learned from you. You'll be with me like a handprint on my heart, and now whatever way our stories end, I know you have rewritten mine by being my friend. Because I knew you, I have been changed for good. Congratulations to the NYU class of 2024.
President Mills will now present the University Medal to 3 distinguished members of our university community.
Today, as we celebrate the resilience and friendships of the class of 2024, we are also delighted to honor the 20th anniversary of Wicked. Susan, Brittany, and Carla, you stand here today as beacons of NYU's indelible mark on the musical which has become one of the world's most popular stories. Through your contributions to the show and the years since, all of you have forged careers deserving of our recognition. Susan Hilferty, NYU arts professor and renowned designer for more than 400 productions worldwide. It is my honor to present to you the University Medal with distinction for your monumental contributions to NYU and for advancing the university's legacy in the arts over nearly 3 decades. Brittany Johnson, actress and singer who made Broadway history as the first Black woman to play the role of Glinda in Wicked. I am proud to present to you the University Medal for your trailblazing impact and leadership as an alumna of NYU. Stickler, Broadway performer turned software engineer. It brings me great joy to present to you the University Medal for serving as a catalyst for the inclusion of artists in STEM and modeling the possibilities of an interdisciplinary life.
And now, a message to the graduates from our alumni.
Congratulations, graduates. Today is your day. I'm Nikolai Wolf, a two-time graduate of the Tandon School of Engineering, an NYU Alumni Trustee, and president of your NYU Alumni Association. Today, you join over 600,000 NYU alumni around the world, and we are ready to support your next journey and look forward to connecting with you through upcoming events and programs. Here are just a few alumni who wanted to wish you congratulations on your special day.
Congratulations, graduates! You did it! Now the real adventure begins. So go out into the world and be yourself. Please don't try to be anybody else but you.
Congratulations, graduates. You have not been chopped. You have made it. And the brilliant education that you've experienced at New York University is now yours to go forth and share with the world, along with those terrific manners you learned from New York City.
Congratulations to the graduating class of NYU. Today is your big day, and it's the next step into such a bright future. Don't forget us back at NYU. We love you, we send you love, and I hope that you take all of the wisdom, the strength, the talent, and the joy that you had here and inspire us in the real world.
NYU grads,
Congratulations.
Do great things with your education.
Change the world. We'll see you on Mars.
It is my honor to be able to share this anointing with the eminent graduates of New York University. Ubuntu. Ubuntu means I am because you are. Congratulations. Thank you for allowing me to share this blessing.
Congratulations, graduates. You are on your way. Go forth and keep learning. If there's any advice I have for you, it's just to keep it all open and keep learning. You're amazing. Congratulations. I'm so thrilled for you all.
Congratulations, fellow NYU graduates. Don't ever stop living a life propelled by ideas and learning.
Congratulations, you did it. I'm proud of you, your families are all proud of you, but most of all, I hope you're proud of yourself. They say you're turning a new chapter, you're entering this next phase, but don't forget these memories, don't forget these people, don't forget what it feels like to accomplish something that you set out to do.
I spent a good part of my life trying to help people get places, but I have done nothing compared to what NYU has done to prepare you to go wherever you want in the world. You are ready to make an impact. Good luck and congratulations.
Congratulations, all of you students and your parents sitting here today. I've been both at NYU. As a student, I couldn't have been more proud then and today that I earned my degree from this amazing university. And as a parent, I remember sitting at graduation, just like all of you today, watching my child graduate and thinking the same thing. Thank God I don't have to pay for college anymore. And to you students, the door is open for all of you. The future is yours. We're waiting for you.
The deans of each school will now present their class representatives. Candidates should stand when their dean's name is called. The official conferral of all degrees and certificates will take place after all the deans have presented. As a sign of respect for your fellow graduates, we ask all candidates and their guests to remain in their seats until all the schools have been recognized. Wendy Suzuki, Dean of the College of Arts and Science.
Madam President, I have the great honor of presenting the candidates from the mighty College of Arts and Science who will receive their degrees here today. I would like to present Dia Cherion, who will receive her diploma on behalf of the candidates for the bachelor's degree.
Troy A. McKenzie, Dean of the School of Law.
Madam President, I have the honor of presenting the candidates from the School of Law who will receive their degrees here today. I would like to present Madison Leahy, who will receive her diploma on behalf of the candidates for the master's and doctoral degrees.
Mark M. Triola, Associate Dean for Educational Informatics at the Grossman School of Medicine.
Madam President, I have the honor of presenting the candidates from the Grossman School of Medicine who will receive their degrees today. I would like to present Allison Dennis, who will receive her diploma on behalf of the candidates for the master's and doctoral degrees.
Yelena Kovacevic, Dean of the Tandon School of Engineering.
Madam President, I have the honor of presenting the candidates from the Tandon School of Engineering who will receive their degrees today. I would like to present Lamia Tassin, who will receive her diploma on behalf of the candidates for the bachelor's degree, and Hannah Gabramichael, who will receive her diploma on behalf of candidates for the master's and doctoral degrees.
John D. McIntosh, Associate Dean for Clinical Administration and Clinical Revenue Management at the College of Dentistry.
Madam President, I have the honor of presenting the candidates from the College of Dentistry who will receive their degrees here today. I would like to present Wilmer D. Palmer Diaz Soto, who will receive his diploma on behalf of the candidates from the associate and bachelor's degrees, and Nicholas David Carrillo, who will receive his diploma on behalf of the candidates for master's and doctoral degrees.
Lynn Kyorpis, Dean of the Graduate School of Arts and Science.
Madam President, I have the great honor of presenting the candidates from the Graduate School of Arts and Science, who will receive their degrees here today. I would like to present Fong Yiha Lincoln, who will receive her diploma on behalf of the candidates for the master's and doctoral degrees in GSAS.
Jack H. Knott, Dean of the Steinhardt School of Culture, Education, and Human Development.
Madam President, I have the honor of presenting the candidates from the amazing Steinhardt School of Culture, Education, and Human Development, who will receive their degrees here today. I would like to present Melissa Nashi Takashko, who will receive her diploma on behalf of the candidates for the bachelor's degree, and Javiera Zamora Itura, who will receive her diploma on behalf of candidates for the master's and doctoral degrees.
Raghu Sundaram, Dean of the Leonard N. Stern School of Business.
Madam President, I have the honor of presenting the candidates from the Leonard N. Stern School of Business who will receive their degrees here today. I would like to present Sanemi Nair, who will receive her diploma on behalf of the candidates for the bachelor's degree, and Sonia Guglani, who will receive her diploma on behalf of the candidates for the master's and doctoral degrees.
Angela F. Amar, Dean of the Rory Myers College of Nursing.
Madam President, I have the honor of presenting the candidates from the Rory Myers College of Nursing who will receive their degrees here today. I would like to present Denise Rodriguez, who will receive her diploma on behalf of the candidates for the bachelor's degree, and Rachel Elizabeth Akeley, who will receive her diploma on behalf of candidates for the master's and doctoral degrees.
Angie D. Kameth, Dean of the School of Professional Studies.
Madam President, I have the honor of presenting the candidates from the School of Professional Studies who will receive their degrees here today. I would like to present Allegra Cameron, who will receive her diploma on behalf of the candidates for the associate's and bachelor's degrees, and Elizabeth Henry Joseph Karathra, who will receive her diploma on behalf of candidates for the master's degree.
Sherry Gleed, Dean of the Robert F. Wagner Graduate School of Public Service.
Madam President, I have the honor of presenting the candidates
from the Robert F. Wagner Graduate School of Public Service, who will receive their degrees here today. I would like to present Juan Diego J.D. Masuera Arias, who will receive his diploma on behalf of the candidates for the master's and doctoral degrees.
Michael A. Lindsay, Dean of the Silver School of Social Work.
Madam President, I have the honor of presenting the candidates from the Silver School of Social Work who will receive their degrees here today. I would like to present Rayleigh Chesler, who will receive her diploma on behalf of the candidates for the bachelor's degree, and Stephanie Sakira, who will receive her diploma on behalf of the candidates for the master's and doctoral degrees.
Allison Green, Dean of the Tisch School of the Arts.
Madam President, it is my joy to present the candidates from the great Tisch School of the Arts who will receive their degrees here today. I would like to present Denise Stephanie Hewitt, who will receive her diploma on behalf of the candidates for the bachelor's degree, and Benjamin Walton, who will receive his diploma on behalf of the candidates for the master's and doctoral degree.
Victoria Rosner, Dean of the Gallatin School of Individualized Study.
Madam President, I have the honor of presenting the extraordinary candidates from the Gallatin School of Individualized Study, who will receive their degrees here today. I would like to present Michael Pagan, who will receive his diploma on behalf of the candidates for the bachelor's degree, and Aubrey Williams, who will receive her diploma on behalf of the candidates for the master's degree.
Julie Mostov, Dean of Liberal Studies.
Madam President, I have the honor of presenting the amazing candidates from Global Liberal Studies who will receive their diplomas here today. I would like to present Ellen Wong, who will receive her diploma on behalf of the fabulous candidates for the bachelor's degree.
Mariette Westerman, Vice Chancellor of NYU Abu Dhabi.
Madam President, I have the honor of presenting the candidates from our beloved NYU Abu Dhabi, who will receive their degrees here today. I would like to present Manav Modi, who will receive his diploma on behalf of the candidates for the bachelor's degree. And Wajood M. Awad, who will receive her diploma on behalf of candidates for the master's and doctoral degrees.
Jeffrey S. Lehman, Vice Chancellor of NYU Shanghai.
Madam President, I have the honor of presenting the candidates from NYU Shanghai who will receive their degrees here today. I would like to present Jennifer Yao, who will receive her diploma on behalf of the candidates for the bachelor's, master's, and doctoral degrees.
Melody Goodman, Interim Dean of the School of Global Public Health.
Madam President, I have the honor of presenting the candidates from the School of Global Public Health who will receive their degrees here today. I would like to present Nahom Daniel, who will receive his diploma on behalf of the master's and doctoral candidates.
Gladys M. Ayala, Dean of the Grossman Long Island School of Medicine.
Madam President, I have the great honor and joy of presenting the candidates from the Grossman Long Island School of Medicine who will receive their degrees here today. I would like to present Miranda Denise Duster, who will receive her diploma on behalf of the candidates for the doctoral degree.
And now, Interim Provost Georgina Dopico.
We now proceed to the formal conferral of degrees. In keeping with university tradition, we highlight this important moment by passing the university torch, a symbol of learning, from a senior member of our academic community to the most junior. Holding the university torch is Anthony J. Greco, Professor, Department of Medicine, and Associate Dean for Alumni Relations and Academic Events, Grossman School of Medicine. When President Mills confers your degrees, Professor Greco will pass the torch to the youngest baccalaureate member of the graduating class, Emily Paris Bustrom, 19 years old, graduating from the Gallatin School of Individualized Study. Will all the candidates please now rise?
Members of the class of 2024, through your successful efforts as certified by the recommendations of your deans, you deserve to receive this hallmark of New York University. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the trustees, I admit you to the degrees and certificates for which you have been recommended. It's official! graduates. Graduates, you have now joined the ranks of NYU alumni who for nearly 2 centuries have shared their knowledge and used their talents to benefit humanity. We know you will continue this tradition, embodying the words of our motto, per stare et praestare, to persevere and excel.
Graduates, families, and friends, this concludes these commencement exercises. The platform party will now recess. Congratulations, class of 2024. Thank you for joining us. Have a wonderful afternoon.